region with a kitchen where we are in Togo, we are in Benin, we are in Burkina Faso, and then Mali as well. Now with the roofing, we are targeting the reconstruction countries like La Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone.
Asatec is calling on the public to be part of the bigger Asatec family by purchasing Asatec products. Contact us on 0302 747 441 or visit our website www.asatecgroup.com. Asatec, excellence, our hallmark.
And you're welcome back. Thank you very much for staying with us here on Business Time. And remember, we're live and interactive on social media. You can catch the repeat of this broadcast. And of course, you can get to watch us much later at your pleasure on YouTube as well. But I still have with me here Kojo Addae Mensah. He is the CEO of Data Bank. And we've been talking about election year spending. But for now, let's talk about the Ghana city. Welcome back. And Kojo, of course, I painted that scenario of the Ghana city racing against the US dollars and other major currencies. What's your general impression of how the Ghana city has fared so far?
This year, I would say I'll use the word okay. I mean, just to use the simplest of words. It's been relatively stable if you compare it, especially to 2015, where it just went haywire. I put that right at the doorstep of the central bank when they attempted to legislate how we would, use the dollar and how people would get dollar, or how, once you try to legislate things in a free market economy, these things were bound to happen. And I'm surprised because we have serious PhDs over there who I'm sure would have advised against it. But nonetheless, it happened. But this year, you would notice that the economy has been allowed, to just do what it has to happen. And even I would attribute the IMF policy to it, yes, but fiscal discipline, yes. But I think that generally, because we were very disciplined fiscally, and even the monetary policy side as well, have maintained, policy rate didn't really go up. They maintained the policy rate at the same place for forever. It didn't really, so it didn't create the sort of panic you would normally, have. And I've already attributed to it, but I think the dollar bond also has really helped getting towards the end. And the general availability of the greenback, I mean, when the supply is there, then nobody panics and then tries to, speculate. The issue is that most of the time is the speculative buying that causes some of these things. So once you're able to deal with the speculative buying, then you see that things tend to settle. And
but by this, are you suggesting, because you went to the policy of the Bank of Ghana, which you mentioned, by this, are you suggesting to us that what came to be termed as the over-dollarization of the Ghanaian economy was wrong, where the narrative was that, look, quote everything in the Ghana city?
Okay, the economy is over-dollarized, but in my view, if I'm sitting at the central bank, I'll take a pragmatic view of it. That's how the economy is moving. That is the free market. This is the psychology of your people. Why are you pushing to force it in a certain direction? Then you are becoming interventionist. Now you are not becoming free market. So just allow it, because all they are doing is a psychological thing. They are trying to protect the price of this bottle of water. Whether we like it or not, the input of all this is imported and is dollar-based. So if you don't allow the guy to price in dollar and keep the psychology of his inputs intact, it's going to definitely impact him. We can't run away from the fact that we import almost everything, even the things that we produce. And once you are importing, there's a dollar link there. So you've got to allow them to quote the product in dollar, but you pay in cedis. You are not paying in US dollars. So what's the big deal if you come and I tell you that I'm selling this for $1 and that means it's 3 cedis, 90 pesos. You pay 3 cedis, 90 pesos and go away. But if you are forcing me to say it's 3 cedis, 90 pesos and I'm not even sure what the exchange rate is going to be anytime, any soon, I'll price it in such a way that I'm locking some anticipated depreciation in it. So instead of quoting 390, I'll start quoting 4 cedis 20 pesos. Already you've plugged in inflation big time over there. So the economy, unfortunately, is dollarized. Yes, if I go to South Africa, I don't see things being quoted in dollars. Yes, it's true. If I go to America, I don't see things being quoted in cedis. Yes, it's true. But this is where we are. This is our country, and our people have the psychology of the dollarized economy. I think the moment we start attempting to intervene in what the free market wants, we will get problems. It is helping. I think it's a reality we must face.
I know this question will trigger a headline, perhaps on the front page of the BNFT. Are you surprised that all the political parties have so far, if you read through their manifesto, they have so far refused to mention specifically what they can do to ensure that the city stabilizes?
I don't think they need, I don't think you are quite right. You know, the interventions or some of the programs that they have promised in their manifestos should actually translate.
But what about indefinite statement
that we will stabilize?
That this is
you
what
see,
we
there are
will do
exogenous,
to stabilize
there are exogenous factors that come into play. Factors that you can't really control come into play. I mean, let's take Nigeria, for example. If they had promised that they will do ABC on the assumption that oil will be at $80 a barrel and oil plummeted to below 40, it totally throws your promise out of sync. So if I'm writing a manifesto in that way, I will be very cautious putting such a categorical statement there, because you do not know what exogenous factors will impact you. You know, gold price will impact you. You don't control that. Cocoa, maybe you control a bit of it, but the synthetic cocoa they can decide to use only synthetic cocoa and ignore you.
Well.
Oil price, though our oil economy is now growing, oil price too will impact you. So there are exogenous factors that could derail your program. But for me, no matter what the exogenous factors are, as long as you just keep your fiscal discipline, you don't spend what you don't have and all that, you don't create artificial money and then use it to create inflationary pressures, you'll be fine.
Thank you very much, Kojo Addae Mensah, ever passionate and loves to talk not just business but other issues as well. Thank you. And next time maybe we'll talk about Kumasi, Asante Kotoko and sports marketing. Thank you so much for being here. And of course, it's always a pleasure talking to you here on Business Time. So, folks, that certainly will be it for this time. Obviously, we'll engage you in other conversations in the coming days. Remember, you can catch all these interviews and many more.
Welcome to Asatec Group Limited. We are producers of quality kitchenware as well as high-standard roofing sheets. Over the years, we have churned out durable products, making us a leader in the kitchenware and roofing industries, both locally and in the sub-region.
In the West African sub-region, with the kitchenware, we are in Togo, we are in Benin, we are in Burkina Faso, and then Mali as well. Now with the roofing, we are targeting the reconstruction countries like La Côte d'Ivoire, Liberia, Sierra Leone.
Asatec is calling on the public to be part of the bigger Asatec family by purchasing Asatec products. Contact us on 0302 747 441 or visit our website www.asatecgroup.com. Asatec, excellence, our hallmark.
Well, thank you very much for staying with us here on Business Time. Well, time now for us to check out with David Wako as he brings to you the business tips.
The main advantages of micro-private equity, the first and foremost is that it looks at small and medium-scale businesses, providing capital, providing working capital, plus management, good management practices in order to grow your business. In fact, it also provides opportunity for businesses that are seeking for capital to be free from the challenges that you go through from raising debt capital or borrowing money from other financial institutions and friends or many other sources, which comes with several challenges like providing collaterals, which are difficult to find, providing a lot of things that sometimes are difficult. When we go to micro private equity, what we do is we try to analyze your business. We try to see the potentials in it. The business may not be doing very well today, but once it has a potential for growth, we are willing to look into it. We are willing to partner you. We are willing to put much needed funds into this as working capital. And as we bring the capital, we also try to provide to you a management team or a co-manager. We are not taking the business away from you, but we want to help your business to grow beyond the small scale level, to get to the middle scale, and if possible, get into the large scale businesses. Our main motive is to see small businesses in Africa or Ghana for this matter developing, growing, to provide jobs, to provide development, to provide value for money for the business owners as well as the nation as a whole. So micro private equity seeks to help business owners to increase their lot, to have so much value for money, and also provide job opportunity for our young graduates, our entrepreneurs, people who are willing to go into business. We want to support you. This is what we are talking about when we talk about micro private equity from World Vision Financial Services and UPSA, or University of Professional Studies.
And thank you very much, David Wako, for coming through with the business tips. But for now, let's check out how the commodity market is doing. And of course, the cedi as against other major currencies. And that'll be it for today's edition of Business Time with me, Prince Minkah. But before we go, let me acknowledge our sponsors, Asatec. They are proud to be associated with the program, giving you quality roofing and utensils. You should contact them. And of course, La Villa Hotel. That's the place to be anytime you want to relax and wind down. And also remember to check us out on YouTube as well, on the Business and Financial Times YouTube channel. That definitely will be it for this week's edition. We'll come back your way next week. Enjoy your day.